Here's the current stock market update for Meta Platforms Incorporated, stock ticker META. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the 4-hour price chart. And each candle on this time frame is going to represent a 4-hour trading period. So what we're currently looking at here is the major trend wave that has started to develop from roughly 495.60, should be this area here, to the stock's all-time highs, which came in at 602.90. And this would have occurred during the, let's get a date here. This would have occurred during the October 7 trading session. So share prices did move into this, upper area here above $600 per share, and then we have now started to see a bit of a retracement lower. So, for example, if we were to look at the shorter term time frames here, we would actually see that there is a bit of a lower high that's starting to form here, and we're also starting to see some support levels break on a short term basis. So we will be sort of looking at some of these specific levels here and identifying some profitable trading strategy levels for the stock going forward. First, we'll take a look at the indicator reading, which is mostly bullish, I would say. You do have some evidence that it has broken in the past, as we can see right here. But for the most part, there was a fairly major recovery here, and then share prices did test this level again. So I am confident sort of looking at this as a false breakout to the downside. The sort of break in the momentum rating and the relative strength index, and I would tend to think here that the overall momentum condition should be defined as being positive or bullish at the moment. So we're about to start to see a bit of a test of this area of this momentum reading. So you could see share prices start to bounce at that point, or conversely, we see a break below here. And then this would suggest that the overall positive momentum that is guiding this stock or supporting this stock at the moment would then have run its course, would then be completed. It doesn't mean that you can't have a new positive bullish momentum reading after that, but it would suggest that this current price momentum reading has now completed itself. So as far as specific price zones, you definitely have to look at this 602 area as being very important, but it does look like we're in store here for a bit of a retracement first. So as far as this goes, the first level that I would be watching here to the downside would come in right around 562.20, I should say. So 562.20 roughly coincides with the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of this broader trending move here. So essentially, again, this would be this price movement here. The 38.2% fib retracement would come in right around 562.20. And then if we do see a break below there, that's when you could start to see some deeper losses here. So at the moment, we don't really have any moving averages that are coinciding with this area. But it would take some time for share prices to see a movement through this area. And I suspect that by then, we would likely have this purple line moving into this retracement zone at that point. So that would mean that the 100 period exponential moving average would then coincide or present a confluence with that 38.2% fib retracement, and then that would then strengthen that area as a possible level of support. So it would increase the likelihood then that you would see a bounce off of that region. Of course, a support zone is no guarantee. It just gives us sort of a framework or an outline of where prices might start to turn around. And if we did see share prices break below there, that would also be a bearish event. So, what these levels really do is that it gives us a line in the sand here. If we do see a break at this point, then we would know that the outlook remains positive, and that at the very least, we would probably be looking at a retest of those prior highs above 602. However, if this level breaks down, this would then suggest that downside momentum could start to accelerate, and then share prices could continue moving lower. So for me, this is kind of the main level to watch at this point, 562.20. Currently, share prices are trading at 577.50, so we're around $15 away from here at the moment. We're trading sort of in the middle of this range is really what this tells us. So to the downside, 562, to the top side, 602. So that gives us roughly a $40 trading range here, and we're trading right around the midpoint of that trading range at the moment. So, what does this mean? Where are we going next? Well, I think that a lot of this has to do with what goes on with NVIDIA at the moment. I do suggest that people take a look at the video that I just posted for that stock, NVDA, because NVIDIA posted a new all-time high today, and it's really not, it didn't generate much excitement. Let's phrase it that way. So, if that continues to be the case, and if shorter term traders that were sort of buying into the stock looking for a major movement higher, if those traders start to stop out, you could see a deeper retracement to the downside with NVIDIA, and then possibly that becomes the story, rather than this explosive upside price movement into new all-time highs. I do think that is going to have an effect here. Obviously, these are two very different companies. One makes video cards, and one makes Facebook. So very different. I mean, they're both kind of peripherally related in AI, but very different types of products that we're dealing with. So to draw a connection between these two things might seem to be maybe a bit outlandish, but I do think that the main story right now is the fact that NVIDIA is moving to all-time highs. So if we fail at those areas and then we start to move lower, I think that could be enough of a story to generate momentum lower in most of the technology stocks. Broadcom, Qualcomm, these types of names, possibly AMD, could all see share price movements that are weighed down by that type of price movement. So, could that be enough to send Meta platform stock through this 562.20 level? Possibly. But if we see a sort of a continued higher high, an elevated price level that is seen within NVIDIA, I would then suspect for a support level to start to develop right around this 562 zone, and then possibly for share prices to continue moving higher. So these are the main price levels that I'm watching, and these are some of the factors that I think could affect this stock. This is the current market update for Meta Platforms, stock ticker NVDA. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.